Broadsword calling Danny Boy.
Okay, YouTubers, this is Joe from Martinian TV. Now, another real quick one here. This is Sol 618, Mars Rovers Images website. This is the French website where you can get all the panoramics from. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Great website, this one. I use it all the time. Saves you looking through lots and lots of individual little images. The one you probably want is the 7.7 megabyte one here, which is the larger image. It's not brilliant quality, but it's actually better than a lot of the stuff you get from the NASA website on here. If you go for the larger files, they're pretty good. They're still JPEGs, but they're large JPEGs and not been badly compressed. They've been compressed a bit, but not too bad. So this is the one you want, and the object we're looking at here, it's not going to blow your mind. It's part of a building or something, and there's some foundations here and stuff. And this is the area we're looking at. This area here, and just along the bottom of the image here. Okay, so we'll get straight on with this because I want to keep it real short, this one. Now I've got it up in Paint Pro. Let's have a quick look at it, the source image here. Okay, here's the source image. Nice image, and in fact it's got a great background on it here. If you want to look for some anomalies in the background, I'm sure there's some buildings up here on this hillside here on the edge of the crater. Who knows? I have found some interesting structures, but hard to get them in any sort of real high resolution, because obviously the further the stuff away is, the more blocky and pixelated it becomes. Blah blah blah. As we all know, the image quality isn't really high enough to do a lot of background work on this stuff, really. But this is quite a good one. This isn't too bad, and you can see some nice detail, and there's a hint of green up there as well. I'm sure if let's just enhance the contrast a minute, just to show you what I mean, and see what happens with the old colour. It does get a little bit green, but yeah, we're not looking at the background today. What we're looking at today is, in particular, this rock here, right at the bottom. There's a very, very straight cut stone block here. Looks like a foundation stone or some kind of foundation block to a building. And also, there's the rover's tracks here, ignore that. There's also a strange rock here, which looks like it's manufactured. And if you look carefully, just here, there is what looks like the remains of a building, or some kind of foundations or something. Now, it's a little bit hard to see at the moment. Let me do the contrast again, and you might be able to see it more. Here we go. You can see it just here, and it comes in a nice rectangle along here. There's a few things lying in the dirt here, and there seems to be some sort of foundation running along this edge as well. So let's move that out of the way. I've clipped out the particular stone near the bottom of the image here. You can see the black border of the image here, just here. And this is it. This is raw, just a raw clip. All I've done is enlarge this one. So there's nothing done to this at all, not even blur or anything. So yeah, you can see here a very, very straight, nice cut edge to that stone. Here's an enhanced version. This is the one I think I used for the cover image, I think. There we go. Now I've drawn round the object, and I've changed the color. I've upped the color temperature, and that's about it. And I've sharpened it up a little bit. You can see where I've sharpened it up a bit here, a bit of detail. I mean, it's not going to blow your mind. Like I said, it's just it's a rock that's been cut. It's a stone block, and it looks very much like some ruins of a building. What can I say? I'll show you the other image I've got. Now this is the same source image here. Now what I've done here is mucked around with the contrast and stuff like that, so you can see the foundations better. And here we go. I've highlighted it in blue. There's the background. Here's what looks like the building foundations here. Now this is pretty large. I can't tell you how big this is exactly, but I'm guessing this length here is something around the 25 meter mark tops, probably no more than 30 meters long. It could be about 20 or even 15 meters. Can't tell you exactly because there's no point in reference. There is a rover track here which you can sort of measure. That should be about 18 or 20 inches wide. So yeah, this, I'd say this is something around 40-50 feet long, something like that. Okay, so there we go. As I said, not going to blow your mind this one, but there are building foundations and cut stone blocks all over Gale Crater. Loads of people have found them, not just me. I know Chris at Mars Anomalies has done loads of buildings, and then especially in the backgrounds. And Will at What's Up in the Sky have done lots of objects and buildings, cut stone blocks, and manufactured looking artifacts. They're strewn all over the place. You're not going to find one in every image, but if you download these large panoramic images, you're far more likely to find one, or even two. Sometimes you get them in clusters. You get 3 or 4 together, which is great, but that's rare. Normally you just get an object just lying half buried in the dirt. But there's carved stuff, there's foundation blocks, there's objects, artifacts, there's all sorts of stuff. So I can recommend this website here. The link will be in the description as usual, so you can look this up. And the great thing about this site, you can just flick through and look at all the souls, not all of them, but a lot of them. And you can download the image or whatever. And some of them come nice and big. You get the full size versions of some of these. Most of them are around 2 or 3 meg, but you can get some nice large sort of 50-60 megabyte ones as well, which are really good quality. Also the Gigapan site is very good. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that, but that's a great site because that saves you actually downloading the file, and you can just zoom in. I've got the Gigapan thing up here somewhere. Where's the Gigapan? There we go. There we go. So that load up. It takes a while to load up, but there we go. Yeah, this is great. I mean, I'll leave the link to this as well, Gigapan. So, or you could just look it up, just Google it. Just look up Gigapan, and here you go. And you just type the number in the top here. What soul? They don't have all the souls on here, so you may be missing a few. But this is great because you can just clip straight off the screen and go full screen and just clip straight off it. And I've got a really cool image clipper here, just a print screen thing, and I can just save it like that. If you've got a decent sort of image clipping bit of software, this is great. It's much quicker, and you can just, what you want really, if you get a chance, is to download an image clipping. You can get some free software for image clipping. Discard that. Get one that will do bitmaps, BMP files, bitmaps, because they are 200 dpi, which is the same resolution as the original Mars images. And most clipping tools and software won't do bitmap files. It will do pings, it will do GIFs, it will do JPEGs. They're not good enough. If you're going to be doing any sort of serious research here, you want one that does bitmaps, because bitmaps are 200 dots per inch, and that is absolutely crucial when you're looking at stuff like this and you want to say clip out this thing here. Okay, so get one. Like, I'm not advertising the software here. I'm just saying get one that's good and it will do bitmaps. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll just escape from that a sec. Let's have another quick look at the what we've got here. There we go. Yeah, so we have this thing here. You can just about make it out here as this cut stone block here, which I showed you earlier, and there's the foundations there. Okay, let's have a quick look in here again before we go. Here's the raw image. Look how straight. That is absolutely perfect, and this is one of the best cut stone blocks I've found. I've found quite a few, but this is really, I mean, you could run a ruler along that. That is absolutely perfectly straight. Absolutely perfect.